Here in this video we will showcase the 15 largest elephants and elephant-like creatures in fiction. If we missed out on one or two, do let us know in the comments below. We're not perfect, so let's get to it. At 15 we have the elephant mutant. So the elephant monsters in Zoocosis are absolute units. They're massive juggernauts and they're the biggest mutants in the game. These beasts grow thick armor plating on their backs when they are mutated, and they are practically indestructible. But what really makes them stand out is their trunk. It's been mutated into this writhing mass of tentacles that looks like it came straight out of a Lovecraftian story, giving off some serious Cthulhu vibes. At 14 we have the woolly mammoth. So woolly mammoths are prehistoric elephants that also appeared in the 2008 movie called 10,000 BC. While mammoths were not really as imposingly huge in real life, these here in the movie were closer to the sizes of the Paleoloxodons. At 13 we have the elk. Elks are a species of large elephant-like creatures native to a planet called Draenor, a planet where the race called the Draenei come from, and these are from the World of Warcraft game. These creatures here are commonly employed as mounts since the Draenei are huge humanoids. Elks became sickly and corrupted later on as a result of Draenor's fell corruption and the planet's transformation into Outland in the game. Number 12. Thunderfoot. In the game Conan Exiles, there are a wide variety of different animals, and out of them, the elephants stand out as one of the largest species. Thunderfoot is one such elephant, but lighter in shade and larger than its nearby brethren. It has two large tusks and two smaller tusks growing above the first two. Then number 11 we have the northern mammoths. Mammoths are large elephant-like animals with great tusks, and they also appear in Game of Thrones. They are large enough to be ridden by giants or to carry tall wooden towers with people inside of it. While there used to be many mammoths in Westeros, now, as of the current state, there are only a few hundred left, with all of them being north of the wall. At number 10 we have Shogner Fawn. This great old one from Frank Belknap's novel called Horror from the Hills is a vampiric elephant-like humanoid entity with a leash-like mouth on the end of its trunk. This creature is very ancient and arrived on Earth some 2 billion years ago. When he hungers, Shogner moves very quickly to attack and uses his trunk to drain the blood from his victims, hence the reason he gets the nickname the Feeder. Number 9. Another mammoth entry. So these here are massive elephantine creatures and are one of the largest animals in the game called Skyrim. Mammoths are immense beasts, several times the height of a man. They have shaggy coats of fur and 4 long curved tusks. These mammoths are at least twice as tall as giants from the same game, which are stated to be 11 to 12 feet tall, which means these mammoths were at the least 25 feet or more than 7.6 meters tall. At number 8 we have yet another woolly mammoth. So coming from the game Ark Survival Evolved, mammoths here are large, and when they grow, they really grow. But they're relatively slow but powerful creatures, and they live in the colder areas of the island. This behemoth is larger than the normal mammoths we see in movies and TV, or even games. This behemoth towers over many creatures on the island and doesn't even seem to fear anything else but the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It is estimated to be around 9 meters tall, at least. Number 7. The Deinotherium. So this Deinotherium is another entry from Ark Survival Evolved, and it is a species of elephant but with tusks under its mouth and pointing downwards. They are considered to be a bit bigger than the mammoths and even more deadlier. It is also one of the only creatures with sexual dimorphism, which means males are bigger with longer tusks while females have shorter tusks and are less hairy. At number 6 we have the Mumakil or the Olifants. So coming from the world of Middle-earth of Tolkien, Mumaks or Mumakil, or also known as Olifants, are enormous animals similar to elephants and used in the War of the Ring by the evil men of the south and other allies of Sauron. They are massive, often ferocious beasts with their legs being like trees, and their bodies were larger than a house. They had enormous sail-like ears, and their huge snout or trunk appears to be like a huge serpent. Number 5. Gammoth. So this Gammoth here is from the game Monster Hunter and is actually termed as a fanged beast, which is kind of like a monster mammal. And these Gammoths, while appearing as elephantine creatures, they're not really true elephants, they're fanged beasts. All Gammoths are females though, and they resemble real-life woolly mammoths. but the appearance is just surface level. But then again, they are the largest fanged beasts known to date in the game. Number 4. The Epic Elephants. The epic elephants are seen in the opening scenes of the movie called King Arthur, The Legend of the Sword, and they appear to be 300-foot tall elephants that are attempting to destroy Camelot. They appear to be similar to the African elephant species when the ears are taken into account, but they are simply titanic in scale. They can also carry on top of their backs what appears to be magical pyramids with some kind of energy source in between, and siege engines like trebuchets and catapults. At number 3 we have Titanus Behemoth. So coming from the Monsterverse, Titanus Behemoth stands at the 3rd spot. He looks like a giant mix of a sloth and a mammoth. He knuckle walks like an ape with massive forelimbs bigger than his back legs, and he sports mammoth-like style tusks which are covered in green vines or even algae. He is a titan protector of the Amazon rainforest and is a peaceful herbivore who enjoys being groomed, apparently. At number 2 we have Airavata. So Airavata is a massive 4-tusked flying elephant straight out of Hindu mythology and appears in a game called Shin Megami Tensei. At a mind-blowing 21,778 feet tall, or about the size of Mount Kailash, Airavata might just be the biggest elephant in video game history, and he is also the first to earn the title called the King of the Elephants. But at number 1 we have Zunisha. Zunisha is a specimen of a species called the Naitame Norida elephants found in the world of One Piece. They are massive elephants with legs that stretch down to the ocean floor, allowing them to walk through the oceans. The species have a very long lifespan of more than 1,000 years, distinguished by their disproportionately long legs with 2 knee joints. So Zunisha here is one of these massive creatures, and it measures 35 kilometers tall, which is about 22 miles, with a city on its back. And so with that we come to the end of the video. Do hit that like button for support and also subscribe if you haven't. Till the next time, take care fam.